Alright guys, it's high time I review the Smurfs movies, and I'm dressed for the occasion. I'm wearing all blue. Gosh, this movie is the bluest movie I've ever seen since Avatar. The Smurfs, directed by Raja Goshnell, and is the first ever live-action debut of the Smurfs on the big screen. So the Smurfs tells the story of all the Smurfs, all the gang that you saw in the cartoon, Puffer Smurf, Smurfettes. They're all happy and singing along and doing their own thing in Smurfsville until evil wizard Gargamel and his cat comes along and attempts to capture them and use them to increase his power, but they escape for a portal and, get this, end up in fucking New York City, where they meet this happily married couple who are expecting their first child, and even Gargamel manages to get through the portal and is hell-bent on capturing those Smurfs. So it's up to the Smurfs to outwit Gargamel and maybe even make New York their new permanent home for some reason. Yeah, if you've seen Alvin and the Chipmunks, you have not missed anything. You have seen this movie as well. When the Smurfs originally came out in August 2011, I didn't have any interest or intention of paying to see it, as I did like the Smurfs as a kid, but never had extreme childhood nostalgic warmth towards it. So I wisely skipped this movie while it was playing in theatres, and after I've decided to watch and review the first two live-action Smurfs movies for the upcoming Smurfs The Lost Village, which I really hope is good since it's animated. With all that said, I can see why people absolutely hate the first two live-action Smurfs movies, because this movie is not good. It's mediocre. It is the most average, basic, most forgettable family film you could think of. It's another attempt at Hollywood to cash in on our childhood. But surprisingly, I don't absolutely hate this film. I just think it's meh. But I can find at least some redeeming qualities to it, and at least there was some potential here for a good Smurfs film that was just ruined by all the wrong decisions. First of all, the design of Smurfsville in the opening is pretty sweet. Just look at that. Yeah, the opening and the scenes in Smurfsville are probably some of the best parts of the film. It actually looks like Smurfsville from the cartoon, and has such a magical feel to it. If only the entire movie was set in Smurfsville. This should have been where the movie take place, then we would have gotten a movie that actually felt like a Smurfs movie, that was more worthy of the title. It's a shame they had to go through that fucking portal to New York, but I'll get to that in a bit. And character-wise, as Hollow and as as most of the characters in this film are, Papa Smurf is probably the most relatable and best done of them all. He's a very wise, kind-hearted, humble father figure that will do anything to protect his family. And in the second act of this movie, between the lead human character Patrick and Papa Smurf, there is surprisingly a genuinely heartfelt and touching and decently written scene where they both just have a discussion with each other, because they're both well, father figures. Yeah, both Neil and his wife Jenny, surprisingly, are a very believable couple, and their story about becoming parents is surprisingly sweet. And Jonathan Winters is absolutely superb as Papa Smurf. Yeah, he's probably the best voice performance of the film, and Hangam as ever as Gargamel. Yeah, a Simpsons actor playing Gargamel is surprisingly fun, and looks like he's enjoying the parts all the way. But sadly, guys, that's the good in this movie. The rest of it, what a letdown, what a disappointment in Hollywood. This is a Smurfs film. And you have really let the fans down overall. I mean, of course, we can all agree that sending the Smurfs through the freaking portal to freaking New York was a huge mistake. This movie should not have taken place in New York. We have seen New York in family movies, well, 100 million times. We just wanted to see the Smurfs in Smurfsville, running away from Gargamel, exploring new worlds. Imagine the movie we could have got. But instead, this movie had to be exactly the same as Alvin and the Chipmunks. It's literally exactly the same movie as every other family movie we have seen like this. The writers of the Smurfs literally took every family movie in the 21st century cliche in the book. Have little CGI critters arrive in New York and tear up shit, check. Have a human couple that are facing family dilemmas, check. Have a villain that wants to capture them, check. Have a product placement to the fucking maximum, check. It's all here. You don't incorporate Smurfs into live action, you just don't. You have to do Smurfs animated. That's why Smurfs The Lost Village looks way better in comparison. That's how the Smurfs should look. The setting in live action New York takes away the complete cartoon feel that we got from the show. It's such a boring, dull and lifeless location. Yeah, and the CGI characters do not interact well with the real world. You can tell that the Smurfs are fake and don't belong in this world. Hell, they look way more believable when they are actually in Smurfsville. And not only that, but the characters, other than Papa Smurf, the other Smurfs are so poorly portrayed. Well, with the exception of Smurfette, at least she's the closest to a decent developed character other than Papa Smurf, and at least Casey Parry does a sweet voice acting job, but they just made Smurfette look way too hot. They tried to really sexualize her, which was really disturbing. And the other Smurfs, the Smurf with the glasses, the Scottish Smurf, and the other Smurf who doesn't have any personality. Do you really remember their names? Of course you don't. They are totally forgettable. And while the movie's subplot about Paul and Grace becoming parents, having their first child, is nice and does have heart to it, it should not be the main focus of the film. This is supposed to be the Smurfs. These characters should not be the main focus, or the title characters. That takes away the focus of who should be the main characters of the story. And as for Gargamel's design, Hank Azaria is so fun and greatly over the top in the role, yes, but the character design is horrible. He looks fucking scary in real life. This is why Smurfs should forever remain animated. It doesn't look well in live action. Not to mention Gargamel's cat looks the most poorly edited and rendered CGI in the entire film. I never understood why they made that cat way too realistic. And since the movie's set in New York, and that makes the comedy in this movie. The comedy is absolute pants. I don't think even kids who these movies marketed at will even laugh at it. It's not very. It should be fun, but you barely get any fun from it. It's nothing but the laziest, most juvenile and predictable humour you could find. And the movie would have been way more fun, of course, if it was set in Smurfsville. But it just has the same humour as Alvin and the Chipmunks. I know I keep repeating myself, but that's exactly what it feels like. Not to mention, there is so much freaking product placement to the maximum. If you thought Power Rangers with the Krispy Kreme donuts was product placement overload, oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. They tried to cram in product placements in every freaking building in this movie. I'm like, guys, please advertise your product somewhere else. This doesn't... Who the heck wants to see a McDonald's sign in a Smurfs movie? And the soundtrack just made up of annoying and boring pop songs which they use in every family movie nowadays. And even the opening theme of this movie, that la 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 la, oh, so freaking annoying. Oh, that's cringeworthy. But even though I am being... It may seem like I'm being a little harsh on this film, I don't entirely hate it or think it's the abominable turd that everybody makes it out to be. I do think it has a liquor of potential and redeeming qualities when they did actually try, like Smurfsville, the father-family dynamic, and a talented cast. But the film is so wasted potential. It was ruined and let down by Hollywood giving it's the wrong live-action treatment, a half-assed story, a stale humour, and it's just a bore fest for adults. This is only aimed at the littlest of kids, so it ain't quite Smurf shit, but it ain't Smurf-tacular either. I give the Smurfs 2 stars out of 5. So yeah, while this movie may be a lazy idea, at least it's decent and bearable in comparison to its sequel, which I have to review next. Oh God, help me. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what do you think of the Smurfs? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. I love making new subscribers, meeting new people, and talking to you guys about movies and making new friends. I really appreciate that. Please follow me on Twitter and on Google+. And I'll see you next time when I rant about the Smurfs too. I'll see you then. Bye.